Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about tomorrow's generational DNA packs coming in under NBA 2K26 MyTEAM with a collection of brothers, basically a 100 overall and an invincible of each brother set. Not bad, honestly. Kind of neat, I would say, with 100 overall Invincible Amen and 100 overall Asar, Invincible LaMelo and 100 overall Lonzo, Invincible J-Dub and 100 overall Cody Williams, and then Invincible Franz Wagner, 100 overall Mo Wagner, as well as Invincible Dick Van Arsdale and 100 overall Tom Van Arsdale. Kind of a neat drop. Obviously, there are probably a few other guys that could have been included in this drop, but it's a neat drop nonetheless, and I'm interested to see which of these cards we're going to get tomorrow. It's also 10 new cards, in addition to likely some playoff content tomorrow as well. So, good mix of content for tomorrow's drop, and some of these guys look like they have the potential to be really good cards as well. So, with that being said, let's break down each and every single one of these brand new cards. And I guess we'll start with the Thompson twins with Invincible Amen and 100 overall Asar Thompson. I will say Amen should be a really nice PG option. What I like about Amen, his shot on his Dark Matter is already absolutely cash. So they don't really need to change his shot if they don't want to. They could, I guess, and I wouldn't be surprised if 2K does. But Jaden Hardy, Steph Curry is a really good jumper. Jaw dribble style, but I would say the rest of the SIGs, I mean, besides pro dragback, not super great. Not a great behind the back, not a great crossover, not a great escape on this Dark Matter Amen. So there's room for, you want to leave the same jumper, maybe change the fade, the escape, the behind the back, stuff like that. And I think that would be really, really nice. Either way, 6'7" PG, versatile defender. I could see Amen being really good. And to be fair, Asar also got a Dark Matter, I should say, in that same Power Festival. And Jacoby Walter, Donovan Mitchell is a pretty darn good shot, to be totally honest. I mean, they could touch the upper, I guess, but really a solid shot. Jaw dribble style, Kemba escape. Again, besides that, not a ton of SIGs, though. So we'll see what 2K decides to do with his animations as well. He is only 6'6" and 6'10" wingspan, though, so in terms of meta elite cards, I would say Amen has a much higher chance than Asar of being super duper good. But either way, again, some interesting names to start off with, and of course, you have LaMelo and Lonzo Ball as well. LaMelo's got a 100 overall. That card has become attainable, though, which is nice. He's 6'7" with 6'10" wingspan. He's affordable, which is good. But I would say his animations, I mean, besides Jimmy Escape, aren't too crazy at this point. Shot's good, but not an elite fade, not an elite. I mean, his crossover's not bad, but not an elite behind the back drag back, stuff like that. Like, the animations could again probably be upgraded a little bit across the board for LaMelo. And again, an Invincible probably upgrades those animations just slightly, continues to drop the price of this 100 overall as well and make him more affordable, which would be nice. And I think could be pretty darn good. We'll see what they do with that card. Lonzo has a Dark Matter, but I do not believe he's got a card above Dark Matter this year. He was in the Bracket Busters Festival, but hasn't gotten a card since. I'm sure we get a changed jumper and a bunch of changed SIGs for Dark Matter Lonzo, so as to maximize him and make him a lot better. And I would expect he'll be pretty solid as well for a 100 overall. Get some new animations there. 6'6" with 6'7" wingspan isn't crazy size, but he'll be pretty attainable to point guard position. I would think he'll be one of the better affordable point guard options. I would have to think, at least. J-Dub and Cody Williams. J-Dub's going to be decent, I would say. He has gotten to the point where he's pretty affordable for his Dark Matter. 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan, only like 20,000 MT. He's just not that big at the shooting guard position. That's the thing I will say about Invincible J-Dub is the animations are probably going to be good. His shot is always good. They can upgrade the SIGs a good bit more than they were upgraded on this card, but the animations in general aren't super elite, so I would expect this card to be a relatively affordable Invincible. And Cody Williams is, what, 6'6"? He's not exactly big, 6'7" with 7 wingspan, so he's a little bit bigger than his brother, actually, in terms of height. But, I mean, we'll see. We will see what 2K does with his animations, because, again, this is a guy where it's very animation dependent, what they do with the jumper, what they do with the SIGs, things of that nature as to how this card gets upgraded. Because there's a world in which he's one of the better attainable shooting guards in the game, and there's also a world in which he's kind of just to be totally honest. So, again, that's another card that's definitely going to be, in a large part, driven by how they update his animations and things of that nature. Then you got Franz and Mo Wagner. Franz, I mean, he's 6'10 at the 2, so that provides real value. Does not have an elite jumper, nor what I would consider elite 6 at this point in the year on his Dark Matter. That will, I'm sure, change on this Invincible, which will make him one of the better, I would think, shooting guards. I would expect this to be one of the most expensive cards in tomorrow's drop. Probably Amen, Franz, and LaMelo are the 3 most expensive cards in tomorrow's drop, is my guess. And I mean, Franz is 6'10" 2 guard, so if done right at all in terms of animations, he will be really, really, really nice. And then you have Mo, who, I mean, Mo's what, 6'11"? Yeah, 6'11". So decent sized power forward position. Another guy, again, if 2K does nice with his animations, is a really solid power forward. Probably nothing more than that. Not quite big enough to be an elite like attainable big, but at the attainable power forward position, I could see him being pretty solid. And again, that's a card with some potential. And then finally, you have Dick and Tom Van Arsdale. Dick Van Arsdale has had some good cards in the past in terms of, well, just really good shot. I mean, 6'5" with 6'9" wingspan. In the past, I feel like it was like 2K21 or 22. He had a card that had a really, really good jumper. I can't even remember. Yeah, it was this. It was 2K21 with this Dark Matter triple threat all-line reward card, I believe. Was really, really solid in terms of that fast, smooth jumper. He's 6'5" with 6'9" wingspan at point guard, though. So again, it's like they'd have to give him literally perfect sigs for him to be worth considering realistically, even as a 6'5" point guard. And then Tom Van Arsdale. Oh, I think I was looking at Tom Van Arsdale. Whoops. Either way, Tom Van Arsdale does not have a card this year. I don't think. Unless I'm missing it. I don't think Tom Van Arsdale even has a card, to be honest. So, when's the last time Tom Van Arsdale was even in the game? Was it 2K21? I thought I was talking about Dick. But I guess they both had Dark Matters in 2K21. And Tom is also 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. So again, not very big. They might be identical twins, it looks like, anyway, potentially. And honestly, against 2 6'5" point guards, 2K would have to really, really impressively use their animations and make them really, really good for those guys to be worth really pursuing, in my opinion. It's a very neat card concept. What I will say is, I don't know if it's going to be that elite in terms of like, oh, really, really high level attainable cards. Lonzo probably is the exception, but I would assume the good Invincibles are going to be a bit too expensive. And like Cody Williams could definitely be good. We'll see. Same with the Star, but probably not unbelievable at shooting guard. Tom Van Arsdale's, he's a little small at PG, and Mo Wagner's just a power forward. So maybe those cards are good. They'll have to be really, really good for them to be like high impact. Oh, you need these type of guys as budget cards, type of cards. We'll see. And then obviously we have a really good chance as well of new playoff content tomorrow. I made a video talking about that earlier on today, how we're likely probably going to get some new playoff content, and it'll be interesting to see what that looks like as well, and whether or not that's any good. Hopefully it is, but we'll talk about that obviously in tomorrow's video once that actually does at least theoretically drop. So that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know if y'all are excited about any of these cards, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace!